Okay, so this is my special occasion speech. I'm Arely Campos. Here are my 5 audience members. Oh my god. Oh. And my topic for today is my parents. Slay. But what I wanted to talk about was a big part of my identity, which is being first generation. But a huge motive behind why I like to identify as first generation is because of my parents and the lack of opportunity that they had and all the sacrifices they had to make in order for me to be standing in this room right now. So a little background. I was born in LA, but we moved to Idaho when I was, I don't care, 3 or 4. Anyways, and I remember most of my life in Idaho. LA was just a small chunk. But growing up, I remember my parents always telling me to work hard for what I want. And I think a big motivator behind working hard is the fact that my parents didn't pressure me to go to college. One of my core memories is my dad sitting me down and telling me, you can be anything you want, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to go to college as long as you try, as long as you're doing something, we're happy. And I took it granted a lot until I grew up and realized just how lucky I was to simply have a free education. I graduated first in my family with a high school diploma for free. And my parents didn't get that. And I really saw that when I went back home to Mexico and I saw the school that they went to. And I was like, wow. But it really makes you fortunate to have what you have, because I feel like a lot of times we're really ungrateful. I feel like a lot of times kids hate school, they don't want to go to school, but it's like, dude, you're getting free education. Come on now. A lot of people in other countries are fighting for that right now. And it's like, just try, and you know what, school isn't for everyone, and that's okay, as long as you try. But that's a big part of my motivation. I decided college was right for me. My parents supported me throughout it all, and I am still here to this day trying to get my degree for my parents so I can graduate first in my family with a bachelor's degree on top of that, and so that I can show them that their sacrifices were worth it. But I wanted to touch on that big part of my identity, why I like to identify as first generation, because a lot of times it's taken for granted. I always like to look back and see the sacrifices that my parents made, because I always had a roof over my head. I always had some good ass food at the table waiting for me. And you know what? I had a phone, I had Wi-Fi, and honestly, I was more spoiled. I got a lot of the stuff that I wanted. And I like to look back and reflect on just how fortunate I am compared to a lot of other people who don't get that. But that's it.